Welcome back to 1.0 Exotics. Today we're diving into the world of Jurassic Park with a little bit of a twist. What if you could actually keep some of those amazing dinosaurs as pets? Well, you can. Kind of. These are the top 5 Jurassic Park dinosaurs you can keep as pet reptiles. Let's go. Alright, before we jump into the list, I just wanted to say this is in no part a care guide for these reptiles, just a neat visual comparison to some of the awesome, iconic dinosaurs we see in Jurassic Park and some of the modern day reptiles that we could keep as well. At number 5, we got the Ankylosaurus, a tank of a dinosaur covered in armor and wielding a giant bone-crushing tail. If you're an Ankylo fan into that slow-moving, heavily armored features, I think a redfoot tortoise is right up your alley. With thick dome shells, strong limbs, strikingly beautiful earth tones, and some awesome reds, redfoot tortoises really are the modern day Ankylosaurus. These guys are a medium-sized tortoise from Central and South America. Adults can reach up to 10 to 16 inches, and you're going to want to provide a 4x8 enclosure at a minimum, but bigger is always going to be better. You're going to want to make sure to feed them a variety of leafy greens and vegetables, just like that Ankylosaur. Things like mustard greens, collard greens, dandelion greens, some zucchini, squash, carrots are all going to be a great part of the diet. Being a tropical tortoise, these guys are going to like temperatures between 80 and 90 degrees, with a basking temperature up to 95 degrees. Humidity is going to be anywhere from 50 to 70%, and UVB is a must. If you're looking at a baby redfoot tortoise, those guys are going to cost you anywhere from $200 to $500, with your enclosures are going to be about $500 plus as well. Now, you may not be able to ride them into battle, but these guys are going to win your heart with their awesome, curious personalities. Coming in at number 4, we got the infamous Dilophosaurus. Now, we all know the movie took some creative liberties with the Dilophosaurus, looking at those neck frills and that venom spitting specifically. But if you're craving that dynamic flair and prehistoric presence in your life, the Frilled dragon is your dino double. With that big neck frill, long body, and quick movements, it's easy to see why the frilled neck dragon is the modern day Dilophosaurus. Found in northern Australia and southern New Guinea, these guys can generally be found in grays, browns, oranges, and blacks. These guys are arboreal lizards reaching around 36 inches, which means you're going to want at least an enclosure that is 3 feet by 2 feet by 4 feet high. Frilled dragons will feed mainly on insects like crickets, roaches, and mealworms, but will enjoy occasional fruit in there as well. You'll want to provide a temperature of 80 to 90 degrees with a basking spot of at least 115, maintaining a humidity of around 50 to 70%. UVB is an essential for these guys as well, and for a cost on the lizard, you're looking anywhere from $300 to $500. As a full setup, that's going to cost you anywhere from $400 to $900 most likely. Now, they don't spit venom, but they do display that iconic frill, so just think of them as like the drama queens of the reptile world. Number 3 is the small but spunky Compsognathus. I probably said that wrong. I like to refer to them as the compies, those little scavenger guys from the Lost World. And now, say hello to the Keel-Bellied lizard, a sleek, alert, and similarly sized reptile that's going to be seen zipping around just like a compy. It's easy to see why these guys are the modern day compies, with the same colorations, streamlined bodies, and those quick movements. There's no debate. The green Keel-Bellied lizard is going to reach around 10 to 16 inches. You're going to want to provide an enclosure that is 36 by 18 by 36, because these guys are going to love that space for running and climbing. Make sure to provide them at temperatures of 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a basking temp of 90. Humidity is between 60 and 80% as well. And these guys are also insectivores, going to be eating crickets, roaches, mealworms, waxworms, all the good stuff. These guys are going to be a little bit cheaper compared to the other ones on the list, anywhere from $100 to $200, with a setup going to be costing you around $500 plus if you want to go all out. They are perfect for keepers that want something small, there's some serious activity, without the whole pack hunting mentality thing. Bringing some long-necked elegance here in at number 2, we got the mighty Brontosaurus. Okay, we can't house a 30-ton sauropod in our backyard, but we can get a snake neck turtle. That's a Brontosaurus you can bring home if I've ever seen one. With that long, elegant neck, it's about the only similarity we have between the snake neck turtle and the Brontosaurus. But how could I not include them? For a snake neck turtle, you're going to want anything from a 75-gallon enclosure up. These guys are going to get big and are going to be dirty. With that being said, you need to make sure you have a strong filtration on this system. They do stay on a reasonable size, around 9 to 12 inches. Because, I mean, come on, who wouldn't want a turtle sitting on a log with that long neck basking? It's just gorgeous. For these guys, you are going to want temperatures around 75 to 85 degrees for the water, with a basking temp of 85 to 95 degrees. And always be providing that UVB to your reptiles. Your snake-neck turtle is going to be eating on a diet of fish, insects, invertebrates, and turtle pellets. Snake-neck turtles are going to cost you anywhere from $150 to around $400 depending on the species you go with, and your setup will likely cost you anywhere from $500 to $1,000 as well. And as I said before, bigger is always going to be better. Watching them snake their necks right out of the water, it's like watching a Brontosaurus peek his head right over the tree canopy right there in your own house. And finally, at number 1, we have our dino to reptile match, the terrifying, the aquatic king, and my personal favorite, the Spinosaurus. Now, I may be a little biased because, as many as you know, I do have a sailfin dragon, but with those sails, claws, and that aquatic nature from the Spinosaurus, how could I not? It is a sailfin dragon. As you can see, their similarities. You got a sail on the back, you got a sail on the tail. They're both going to get some decent sizes. They're going to come in some beautiful colors, and they're both that semi-aquatic lifestyle. I don't know if it was just me, but every time I saw a Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park, those things just, you could tell they were thinking. They were moving around in their brain, just analyzing the situation. And I couldn't agree more with how a sailfin dragon acts. These guys are always thinking. It's more like a bird watching you, because they're just always watching. Sailfin dragons are going to range anywhere from 3 to 5 feet, and you're going to want to make sure you get them a large enclosure. I'm talking 6 foot by 3 foot by 6 foot. Always make sure you have a large water area in there for them to swim in. These guys are going to want ambient temperatures from 80 to 90 degrees with a basking spot of about 115. You're going to want a strong UVB on these guys because it is essential for them. And always make sure you keep your humidity at 70% plus. They are omnivores, eating on a diet of fruit, veggies, leafy greens, as well as insects, rodents, some occasional fish, shrimp, everything. These guys are going to go nuts for everything. Now, sailfin dragons are going up in cost right now. You can find them anywhere from around $300 to around $800. And to do a proper setup for these guys, it's easily going to cost you well over that $1,000 mark, probably more like $1,500. Owning a sailfin dragon is like keeping a mini Spinosaurus in your own Jurassic jungle. Just please, no T-Rex fights. And there you have it. The top 5 Jurassic Park dinosaurs you can actually keep as pet reptiles. Kind of. Which one would you pick to be your prehistoric pet? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and please hit that bell icon down there so you don't miss any more epic reptile content, because life finds a way. But if you're craving that dramatic flair and prehistoric presence in your life, that is one big pile of shit.